got your eyes set on the 37-year-old defensive-minded Grant Hill of the Phoenix Suns.
Well, Kevin, he's going to be so important in this series like he was in the Portland series. Game 1 in that Portland series, Andre Miller, 31 points. Portland comes in and steals the home court. Grant Hill proceeds to guard him the last 5 games, hold him to 13 points a game, turn that series. He will start out tonight on Manu.
Nice with the miss. Stoudemire with the defense. Rebound was brought down by Grant Hill. And this is over Ginobili. Hill puts the Suns on top 2-0. The late close by Stoudemire and a rebound by Steve Nash playing with the bad right hip. A hip impingement works on Hill with the left hand. He puts it up and in.
Well, good sign there by the Phoenix Suns. It looks like just a lapse in concentration.
Collins a screen on Hill opens the door for Nash, and so Doug Nash has gone to the rack 2 times.
Well, if you
that Dallas series in a very quiet way, but he's heard from right there. Been watching Nash, and Steve goes again inside. He's got 3 layups in a row.
I think Steve Nash is feeling better after that hip basket. Steve Nash uses both the right and left hands beautifully, uses that backboard, the English, the kiss off the glass. A master of all those little floating shots.
Here comes Stoudemire, goes outside to Nash, working on Hill, slides by Jefferson. Doug with ease. He's going inside. Usually it's the San Antonio guards.
Matchup. Let's see who Duncan will guard now with Channing Frye in the game.
And Tony Parker has come in the game. Nash for 3. Steve Nash has been incredible on the start.
Above their season averages. All the other key guys were 19 points below their average. Here's Channing Frye, and he loves to shoot the 3 here at home. He's such a different shooter.
Parker's a little bit short.
Now, Tony shot a curveball on that play. Let's see if Richardson can get out and run. A beautiful pass by Nash. That's what happens when you take a shot. You better get back again. Well, his minutes are way down, and I thought he had a very good year last year for the Spurs.
Amundsen comes in for Stoudemire. That's the other change. Doug told you about the switch, and here's a move inside by Steve Nash, who scoops it home and comes up with his 13th point.
And I think that's the toughest thing now. When you see these guards, if you give them any kind of daylight, they will split that pick and roll and get to the basket.
Against a good defender, too, Dudley.
Just too much speed and quickness for Dudley.
Nash now, seconds remain in the first quarter. Parker was there, counted for 2 and a foul.
Suns.
Hill picks up his second. What about the opposing teams, Doug, wanting to make Nash a scorer, which is what he has been. Now with 7.
Well, the thing that saved him is he's been getting to the line a lot over the last 3 or 4 ball games.
Nash is in for Dragic. Amundsen. Duncan defending. Duncan just came in for Blair. Grant Hill has come in for Dudley. Those are the change.
Offensive team, they get a lot of 3s in transition.
Richardson has come in for Barbosa. He pops one right there. That goes over Jefferson. Rebound by Hill. Nash over the dice. Parker just came in.
Him rotating, double teaming him, keeping him off balance here. Grant Hill once again.
Richardson by Parker. Did a huge job, and here comes Nash. All over the floor. Leading him with 19. Here is Richardson. It's Ginobili defending on the play. Frye. Nash. Only 2 in the second quarter. And 17 in the first. 21 for Steve Nash. That first drive against Dallas.
Yeah, I was kidding him before the game. I said, what is it with all these Alabama guys? They just start playing in the playoffs. He and Robert Horry has Nash once again. But Robert Horry, the long-time big shot, won a double and triple team Nowitzki where he could free up those shooters for the Dallas Mavericks, and he did a nice job. And Dirk was terrific. He had 33 in that game 6, 25 in the second half. It's just not enough to beat this Spurs team.
Collins a screen. Nash puts down a triple. The screen the lead.
Was that money in the bank, and you could say, right?
11 for Tim Duncan. Parker on Nash. Hand off to Richardson.
Very nice.
And more screening that got him free.
San Antonio Spurs look like a totally different team offensively in this third quarter. Tony Parker has made a huge difference being out there with the starters. There's that little play I just talked about where Nash drives. This time he drops it off, reaching ahead to get into that fourth quarter.
Bonner for McDaniels and over Bonner. The shot by Nash with 28.
Hill
Hill is gone. Dudley has come in the game. Nash and Stoudemire. Dudley frying. Richardson, the Phoenix 5 off balance. Nash. Parker defending. Steve Nash is put in 30. Cleans it up. Nash by Jefferson into Bonner. Out to Dudley. Over to Nash and picked up by Bonner. With the mismatch, Steve. Fry for 3.
It's a big stretch.
Rebound by Stoudemire. He's got 10 with a double-double and 13 points. Nash finds Richardson. What a pass by Steve Nash. The ball, then 11th rebound for Stoudemire. A 7-0 run for Phoenix. On the outside, Richardson, 3.
And they are not nearly as good a three-point shooting team, so their spacing isn't quite as good on the floor. And you
through the first 4 games. Nash again. Steve Nash. Susan Phoenix beats San Antonio 2 out of 3 times. Nash hits the back end of 2. The head coach of Phoenix. Tim Duncan tonight, 8 of 15 with 20 points and 11 rebounds. Ginobili had 27 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Amari Stoudemire tonight with 23. Richardson had 27. They are standing by with our Marty Snyder.
Yeah, in that